Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
everybody.
Got Jenny and Johnny down here. Johnny was lighting fires.
And it just went out.
At least he's not shooting us with hurricanes.
Johnny the pyromaniac. So any special announcements, you guys?
We're on Johnny's channel next week. I won't be here because I'll be in Sedona, so can't wait to see everybody there. Back on my channel the following week, so that's it. Nothing from me this week because I'll be out of town.
Jenny's going to be in Sedona, so for those of you guys that are going to be there, make sure to give her a big old hug on my behalf.
If anyone books readings with me this week while I'm out of town, you might not get a confirmation email until I get back. I get back Sunday night, so Monday I'll go in and do confirmations. You can book, you just can't through my website, jenlintarot.com. They just won't get approved by me until I get back.
Teach Lucy how to use the computer. I mean, she needs a job at this point. Lassie know how to save people from whales. She can't operate a laptop.
She needs to bring in some money. If she keeps going through the bags of treats, this one's almost empty again.
Oh, little Lucy.
Temptations ain't free.
She earns her keep in catching mice, though.
Tight. That is a good job to have, though.
Yeah.
Because we can't have them overrunning the house.
I can't wait to get back and start looking for some kittens.
Oh, God.
I was trying to wait till I got back.
When you leave, is Lucy going to be there still, or is she going to another house?
No, she's staying here. I have a pet sitter that comes here and takes care of
her. They know she's the crocodile hunter, and she's going to bring them gifts. And
I'm going to text her. I was just thinking tomorrow I should text her and warn her where she leaves them if I'm not around.
You don't want to come back and there's a house full of dead mice.
Like a little pile. and a gross smell.
Oh, Lord.
It's like a whole graveyard of mice.
Like tickets to the park right here by the sofa. That's where she deposits them.
Oh, Lucy, bless her. She's so cute. What about you, Mr. Johnny?
The 24th of May, we will be on my channel for a birthday stream. It will be a soul chat, though, so we're not going to do any readings. It's just a conversation. This Friday, we will be on Tony's channel for, I think, I might have had that wrong, but I think it's Tony's channel, Shining Hawk Healing, for the Friday night stream. Next week will be on my channel, and I just got confirmation Lori will be joining us that week too. I think I'm going to go live this week sometime on my channel. I just don't know when, because I got cards I want to use and all that thing. So it's very superficial. So I'll find some questions.
It's not a cooking show.
We ain't burning nothing else. But I will do a live sometime this week. I'll try to do a walk stream too. It's just every time I feel like it's in the middle of the day and everybody else is live, but they're going to have to share this time. So I'm going to go live at some point, maybe twice this week.
And I will be joining Johnny for his birthday stream just because it's not my get down on the questions.
I'll be with him week from Tuesday, Johnny's birthday.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I would love to join you in the after show, though. It's just I just don't feel comfortable with that sort of stuff. I'm a weird person.
We'll have more than enough people.
Yeah.
And then again, if I point my camera at myself, I talk enough for 10 people. So it's we'll get it done.
So let me see. What did I want to say? I was going to go live Friday to do, because I have a whole list of grand tableaus I wanted to do. However, the demons down there were having a huge party, and it was louder than hell in this house. So even with the windows closed and everything, it was awful. And I was like, I can't read and subject the subscribers to the noise that was going on, and I just couldn't concentrate. So I just, by the time it was over, it was like 10:45 at night here. So I was like, I'm not going to do it.
If you missed it, Becca did a grand tableau on McCarthy last week. That was awesome. I missed you going live. You went live too late for me. I was on at night.
Yeah. And by the time they got done partying down there, I was just like, it's 10:45. I still had to set. With the kind of music and all that noise that was going on, I just felt like, you know what I mean? I couldn't relax. So I just scrapped it. But so yeah, I'll try to do some grand tableaus this week. It should be a pretty quiet week at work, so I'll be energized. What were you saying, Jenny?
Mags in chat's got 5 new baby tuxedo cats and 1 all black cat, 3.5 weeks old.
I want a black kitty so bad, and Peanut won't let me get a cat.
We don't have a lot of kittens up here. I want kittens because I've lost 10 cats since 2014, and I'm ready for kitten energy.
Aww,
I've done my duty with the older cats.
Yeah, my new my new sponsor, because I sponsor dogs at the Greyhound Adoption Center, and I just got my newsletter this month. And my sponsor, I felt so bad. He is needing to go to a very special home. Can't be around other dogs. Like, he's just got a lot of very specific criteria. And it just kind of makes me sad because he's been there for 3 years already at the adoption center, just because he has such strict criteria for the type of home he has to go to. So I've requested to continue to sponsor him, in case he has to become a permanent resident at the adoption center. But he's really cute. His name is Sorcerer, and they didn't say what his racing name was, but he raced 190 races. He's sired like a bunch of little babies and stuff. So I don't know.
Oh.
Thank you, Impish. The dog that I'm sponsoring, since we've lost Moose not too long ago, and then 2 years ago Bean, and so it's like, so sponsoring really does bring me joy and make my heart happy. So, but I wanted to update you guys. Johnny and Jenny, you guys read for me last week on that book, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did you get because remember I said the book doesn't tell you anything. What did you get, Jenny?
I don't remember. You know me, I don't remember my readings.
I remember you guys both got Justice as a card. I think you both got the Hierophant.
Yeah.
I said, Jen said it was something quick, something fast that was moving, maybe something legal or something like that. I said the Justice was more of a compassion because I kept being drawn to the veil behind, which is purple for compassion, and that there was possibly some leader who was killed or something like that, or somebody. There's a leader female in there or something like that.
What?
But it was a new world. I forget the rest. Something like that.
There was something I said because I remember I had the 5 of Pentacles, which is like being left out in the cold. Like there's something about some people that are being left out or pushed out, ostracized.
So I've only made it past the first chapter because I had a library book that I binged, and then I was like, well, there's this other book that's only like 200 pages. Let me hurry up and read that. So I jumped through 2 books before I got to that one. So I wanted to give you guys an update. So far, it appears to be an alliance. Did you guys get anything that would signal some sort of an alliance?
I don't remember.
I think I had the 3 of Pentacles, but then I had that like a group of people that were ostracized.
Yeah, we did get that.
Yeah. So it appears to be an alliance of these beings that I haven't quite figured out just yet, that just they don't die and they can just regenerate and appear any which way they want to appear. So like if they just think, oh, I want blonde hair, boom, they have blonde hair. If they want to be like tall and skinny, boom, they're tall. Like they can just change, but they're almost like immortal. Like they don't die. But the alliance is that this group of beings are in charge of keeping other dimensions and other universes safe. That's as far as I've gotten. And it's two brothers, Rij and Taj, I think are their names. So I'll keep you guys updated. And I should have written down what you guys got on that reading so I can be like, oh, here it is, here it is. So there's that.
We'll have to throw on it again in the
We'll do it again.
Thank you,
So-
man.
So I'll keep you guys posted. But so anyways,
I have one more announcement. I'm sorry.
yes, go ahead, please.
Son of a mother. I forgot the little piece of paper that had your name on it, but someone sent us from the Women's March, and then they had the pink pussy hats. So they sent us ears. I need to send them to Jenn and Becca though, but I do have them. I just haven't sent them yet.
Thank you so much. That's so incredibly kind because I had to go dig out my pussy hat.
Mhm. So I do have the ears. I just need to send them all. So.
Awesome.
Thank you so very much. So where do you guys want to get started tonight?
Can we start with who were we talking about? I had a question too.
We
Well,
were
we were
asking
talking about Baked Alaska. We were talking about
I got the old brain. Give me just a second.
the meeting with Zelensky, with Mitchell.
Yeah, because I wanted to know about the terrorist state. Okay, can we start there?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Hope.
So what is the question, Mr. Johnny?
Well, mine was more of a follow-up question, so we'll start with the one Jen wrote down first.
Okay. So Mitch McConnell took 3 other GOP people with him: Collins, Cornyn from Texas, and Susan Collins, Jim Cornyn, and Barrasso, who is from Wyoming, went to meet with Zelensky. So I just want to see how that went.
I didn't know turtles could fly.
Slowly. Thought it was interesting. Mitch from Kentucky going, and Rand Paul just stopped them from doing their funding to Ukraine, also from Kentucky. What a piece of crap. Ooh, they lied about something. Thank you, Summer. I got the government on the bottom here, going over to distant lands. They were pretty quiet, I get. Like they wanted to see what Zelensky had to say. So, but they did share information in the past before they went. So they got together and they shared something tangible, some kind of, whether it was a report or something about the losses there. But they lied about something. When he asked them a question, they lied, and he knows it. He knows they lied. They're trying to look like they're transitioning and moving into supporting Zelensky, but they're still in bed with Putin. They're still cooperating, collaborating with a foreign leader. I get they're going to do some dark stuff against Nancy Pelosi. You know, it's like Nancy got a medal, you know, from Zelensky when she went. They're going to message something about her and bully her, push her around.
So interesting when you said that. They lied about something because my cards are saying that he wanted a promise from them, a promise for something. And I guess they may have acquiesced with such a thing, but just, of course, didn't mean it. There's the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. There's some sort of agreement, some sort of promise they made too with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, hey, I want reassurance from you that if such and such goes down, I got some, because Zelensky did make a, because I kept hearing that he was being a bit of a stinker, but in a good way, because he was asking them for stuff that he knew that they wouldn't do. And so it's like, I want to see if you came over here for the photo op, or did you come over here because you actually meant it? Because even the same with Pelosi and them. Did you come over here for the photo op, or are you really going to support us? Type of thing. The Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, there is imbalance around the new action. So there is no real kept promise as of right now. So that's still up in the air. The hopes is for the alliance. Your word of warning, though, is the America card, the Queen of Pentacles. There's some dependability that is not there. However, that doesn't mean that everything's cut off and everything's ruined. The Ace of Swords is your word of solace, so you will still have victory. You will still have clarity at the very least. Page of Wands, conversations with the world here too will still go good. They're just not going to go with the typical people. That's conversations usually don't go good with, like the McConnells and things. So, I mean, he may not be an American citizen, but he knows Mitch McConnell when he sees him. So, you know, he wasn't expecting a visit from Santa Claus. So he, you know, it was typical. He knew they came over just to shake hands and all that type of thing, which at the still on the face value of it all, I'm still glad they went. Just to be fair.
It was not a good trip, and there was lies. There was a lot of lies and betrayal. So the happy trip, was very problematic because of significant lies and betrayals. So can we ask what they lied about? Because I think we all got it. Like, I can't make this something else.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lie.
Big lie.
Betrayal. Like, I can't change the meaning of that card.
I had the Page of Swords. They lied.
And I even heard broken promise before I even started pulling cards. I'm like, okay. And then when Jenn said it, I'm like, yeah, there it is.
Yep. So what did the GOP lie to Zelensky about?
Yes.
But he lied when he said, hi, my name is Mitch McConnell. That's what he lied. Everything he says is a lie.
I'm a U.S. citizen. Yeah, no. He's a Russian asset.
Everything he says is a lie.
Ooh, secrets on the bottom.
I think he flat out asked them for help. The Five of Swords would be the dishonor, the bully card as well. The Knight of Pentacles, dependability with that bully. Because there is a bully on the playground still. It's not like he just left just because y'all did. The Ace of Wands, the new action around the foreign leader, the emperor, the one sort of drunk on power and possession. So he wants help. And this is Zelensky here. He wants not just help, but reassurance that you will help. I don't need you all to go back to America and then have a vote for 88 days while they're still blowing up half our towns type thing. So he did know that this was a lie with the Four of Cups. He just sort of accepted the answer and moved on. But it was something about help with the bully. And there's the Tower.
Yeah, I get, you know, taking actions. Things are getting a lot of attention here. The victory they've had so far, how they're structuring things. I've got the bully card too. how everything is structured, and how it is. There's been burdens on Biden to help support and take action. I get they lied about that, like because they're blocking Biden from doing more. But I also get they lied about supporting Trump. So I think he asked them, "Are you still supporting Trump?" I think they lied and said, "Oh, it's over. Done. Our commitments to him are done." And then I get they're going to try to throw Pelosi out under the bus somehow. He knew they lied. He knew it. Made him a little bit anxious too. They lied also about all the work that they're trying to do for him to secure more money. They lied about that too.
I get that they lied about a reliable man that likes to go out and party and be very social and seen out in public. So I'm assuming this might be Trump, because it shows a man that is very social, a network of men, partying, rallies where there's a huge audience, but his reliability and dependability. So I get that they lied about Trump.
None of these people that went over there voted to impeach him when he, did quid pro quo against Zelensky.
Well, and don't they also are they blocking aid in the Senate as well, or are they pushing it?
Rand Paul blocked it in the Senate. Anyway. So they were voting on it. I think it was Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and Rand Paul caused it to get blocked.
And our government, I mean, sometimes it's a good thing, I guess, with the John McCain thing, but our government should not contingent on one person blocking something, even good or bad. It's just that's broken to me.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question though.
There you go.
I have two now. Zelensky, does he have faith in the U.S.? Okay. Like they would help him in the time of need type thing.
Are those Rand Paul's real curls? Oh, hell no, that's a perm. You can tell. You have to be a psychic to know that's a perm. It's perm.
He got some just for me.
He gets the perms.
Tell him to get the dark and lovely. They sell it everywhere.
His hair color changes all the time too. Does he have faith in the U.S.? No. He thinks they lay down on the job. They offer some emotional support. And here's my card for America. But they're slow to really get involved. And he sees that there's too many people that are clinging to Trump and Russia. And he's worried about that, spreading and growing. So things are a little different here, and it's he can't quite see like where America is going. So does he trust us? No.
I get some that he trusts, that he believes in their position and power that they could possibly get things done. The first two cards is Nancy Pelosi and the Magician. So there are some people that he has been sort of almost assured, in a way, at least confidence building, that, okay, at least these people are on our side, so we can at least get something on the table, if not something passed. However, with the King of Swords and the Moon, King of Swords being the Gemini, that's your Donald Trump mentality. And he knows that that's not gone. All you got to do is watch the news and you see him everywhere, every day type thing. Because the Five of Wands, the Temperance, and the Knight of Cups, fighting over image, fighting over words, lip service, that type of thing. Everybody's not on the same page over here. And so they can't be as effective over there. So he knows that. He's not naive. So he knows these things. The word of warning is the Three of Cups. So the community is not there. And he knows this. So you cannot depend on all of the U.S. No. All of the U.S. government, no. Hell, we can't either. So no. Nine of Wands, it's under stress, it's under strain. So he does not have faith in lip service. He has faith in action. So if you want him to believe in you, you have to actually do something. Remember, this is not like a water main break and all of his country has got bad drinking water. We're talking about a whole flat out war. So he needs more than just, we're going to pray for you and thoughts and prayers and we'll send what we can. No, I need definitive action, definitive things. And I need to see at 3:00 on Saturday, this thing was supposed to be delivered. It's there at 2:59. That would make me believe in you. Everything else, take it away.
Again, I get that here domestically, the feedback that he's receiving is that power is divided. It's divided. And also the delivery of resources. So financial aid or any sort of aid it's divided. It's left to choices because domestically it's divided. Like a power struggle. Even though I don't get fighting, but it's like power is divided. Do you see what I'm saying? So no. And like Johnny was saying, action. This is an action card and it ends here with an action card. Decide and move. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's.
I think Zelensky is really disappointed that no one is coming in as a country coming in to fight with them. We're sending stuff, but I feel like he's disappointed that nobody has come in and fought.
And it's tricky. Troops on the ground is a whole different thing than sanctions.
Yep.
Or at least like drones and the airspace and stuff. Like, could we have done that? But
that would lead
to World War III.
That would lead to World War III.
Yeah.
So it's a tight balance there, and my heart goes out to him because it's like, I can't name one leader in recent history that has done what that man is doing right now.
Yeah.
Not one. Donald Trump is over there. Oh yeah, I'll take down a mass shooter with my own two hands and pop, and he's running and shitting himself in the corner. Like, and to see what's happening in his country, and he's over there begging for help, and then you got dumbasses here in the Republican Party splitting hairs to not help an ally. It's like, I can see his frustration, and my heart goes out.
Not to mention, he just dealt with the worst person in the world for 4 years, trying to blackmail him and all these type of things.
Who extorted him, and an entire political party that was like, yeah, that's cool. So long as we maintain power, go ahead.
Hey, here, let me fly over now and shake your hand.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Sit down, Mitch. Just sit down, Mitch.
I would have gone to the bathroom and pooped and peed all over my hands and then shook their hands with it. Because that's just me.
Because you're the devil's apprentice.
Because that's just me.
Oh,
so what was the second follow-up question?
The second one was, now, since the GOP photo op was underway, how does Vladimir Putin feel about such a thing? Because we also have to keep in mind that in a vote of 100-0, the Senate voted for the sanctions. So the GOP was all behind the sanctions, and then they just went and did the photo op. So what is Putin's feelings now?
The president of Finland, or premier, whatever he's called Putin to let him know that they're putting in their application to join NATO. And Putin told him it's a mistake. It's a mistake because that's what he's trying to stop, is more people joining NATO.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, he doesn't see, though, that he's kind of Hitlerizing himself to where His circle is shrinking. Even China is going to pull back at some point, and you're just going to be left alone with literally the whole world against you because you're heinous.
China, if you're listening, shoot some hurricanes at Putin for entertainment purposes only.
Goodness gracious.
I think he knows that the Republicans have an ulterior motive. Because, like, he knows that they're trying to look like they're working together while they're actually blocking stuff. So he sees what's going on. Like, that the aid was blocked. And I get he was really watching Nancy when she was there. So he feels a little bit burdened by it, but he also looks at them as they're stuck with Russia and Putin. There's a connection there, and he won't accept them making friends with Zelensky. So he looks at the Republicans differently because he feels like they're actually trying to create more chaos or fight the foreign leader, Zelensky. And he thinks they'll be victorious at that. So I think he knows their game, what their end game is.
Which is why this was kind of one of my follow-up questions is to the how does he feel about them going over there? What did they go over there for type thing? Because they were complicit when Trump was doing all the crap he did to Zelensky and the Ukraine. And now they fly over there and do the handshake thing. And I thought, okay, well, let's see what this spread says. I kind of had a feeling, and here it is. I got no anger, no towers, no 5 of cups, no 5 of wands, no 5 of nothing, no conflict, no anger. 7 of wands, higher ground, 2 of wands, planning. So he's fine. The Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, there's your victory or you're moving forward. Page of Pentacles, there's an offer or something's on the table. That's fine. King of Swords, which would be him in the environment. So he's still in a position of power. And then Temperance, moderation, healing, and then the 8 of Wands, conversation. No conflict. So it's not, he wasn't upset, which, okay. There's your confirmation that there was a photo op, basically.
I get
He knows that.
I get lilies, clouds, and stars. He sees them as immoral, dirty, duplicitous, nasty people. And if anything, he probably enjoyed it and is quite hopeful of the outcome. Like, yeah, so what? Photo op. Who cares? I still got you in my back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you got Marjorie Taylor Greene over there spewing Russian talking points on the House floor. Rand Paul doing the same thing. Like, there's a bunch of GOPers that are gladly spewing his talking points. He doesn't care. He's not mad. He's not angry. He didn't take it personally. He's like, I see you. I see you. That's all.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Does the GOP still have a back channel to Putin?
Okay.
I mean, after subpoenaing all these phone records, surely they know not to call on their own phones. Do they still have a back channel?
I'm gonna say it's a go-between because I get no in this spread. But at the same time, okay, so there's my GOP 10 of Pentacles. Then there's my 5 of Swords. That would say no. That they have no back channel. They have no direct line. What I heard go between. There's somebody that can relay information. You're not just going to ever be cut off from a Vladimir Putin's influence. But I don't get that they, because I get the technology here, and then I get
that is a back channel if they have a go between.
Okay, well then yes. What I was thinking when you said back channel is, do they have a covert way of talking to him themselves?
No.
No,
A go between would be a way of communicating with them.
Okay, so they have a person between him and them.
Yeah, I get Mother Russia, and I end with the big yes card. It's like strategizing and doing what they've always done. The GOP and watching over everything, waiting on their harvest. With Putin, and they return over and over in secret. They move forward, yes, with him.
I get a no.
See?
No, I get a no. So we'll see. So just to clarify something before it starts to drive me crazy. To my knowledge, Vladimir Putin going to surgery and dying of cancer and all this other stuff, that is only being reported in British tabloids. Those stories have not been confirmed. So, in my opinion, so long as those are being reported in tabloids, I will treat them as such, as gossip and hearsay. So, just putting it out there, just letting it be known. If you want to believe that, go ahead. But please know that that came from a tabloid in the UK. So
not that we are not. Actually, let me not say that. So.
I will gladly hope that he's dying and has a slow, miserable, painful death. I have horns. I'm not Mother Teresa. Okay, but
I didn't want to say it out loud, but
there's not a credible source yet for it.
There is no credible source.
We're not crying over the news if it's true, though. I'll say it that way.
No, if it's true and it gets reported that son of a bitch dropped dead tomorrow, you better believe I will be on YouTube drinking endless bottles of champagne and partying like it's 1999. Okay, like that's just me. I have no shame. But at this point, is tabloid speculation and gossip. We're not going there.
For entertainment purposes only, if they've reported him dead, I mean, it's like Kim Jong-un. I want to see the body.
Yep.
Not look alike or anything.
Nope. And you can't tell me that person that's over there saying that he's Kung Pao Chicken Kim Jong-un. That ain't Kim Jong-un. That is not Kim Jong-un. But okay. So I have a question. Baked Alaska, Jenny, take it away. Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska is his real name. He's a Quackanonner, far right winger. I think he has a podcast. His real name is Anthony Joseph Gionet. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anthony, kind of like Anthony, but with a lisp. And so he had a plea deal with the feds. And he got into court and he ruined his plea deal because he said, he was one of the ones that was, inside the Capitol and everything. And they were going to just bring him on misdemeanors because he was going to plead guilty. And so he was going to get off with like maybe 30 days in jail or something like that. He ruined his plea deal because he told the judge, well, yeah, I'm accepting this plea deal, but I'm innocent. And the judge was like, whoa. If you're innocent, we're going to trial. So he's now facing federal charges. So how's his court case going to go? Baked Alaska went off half-cocked in front of the judge, and the judge is like, yep, nope, you're going to trial. If you're innocent, and the judge said, I'm protecting you. If you're innocent, you have the right to trial.
Oh, my gosh. So he basically screwed
baked
himself.
His own Alaska.
Oh my gosh. Nobody said these people were smart, and even Trump said, I love the uneducated. So there you go.
How's this trial gonna go?
Because now Now he's facing federal conspiracy charges. Thank you, Jeffrey and Uma. Mr. Based Alaska.
His lawyer's going to beg for something. For leniency and all that type of stuff. Understanding.
Ooh, he's going to get tied to some other stuff.
They're saying in the chat that his trial is set for next year.
It's a lot of time to go by to get a lot of information.
The other thing, he violated his parole because they let him out until this plea deal thing. He moved from Arizona to somewhere else and didn't tell them. And that was a violation. So that'll come up in his trial that he's already violated, his not parole. What is it?
Probation.
Probation?
No, it's like when you're pending trial. He violated the rules of what you have to do when you're pending a court case. He's going to get burdened. He's not going to like it. He just thought he was going to go in there and have a good old time. He was trying to end the electoral votes and, supporting Trump. So, yeah, betrayal, treason. And I get like secretly meeting with GOP people. I think he's going to get tied into some of those people. He's going away. He's going to jail in court. It's not going to go good. Enjoy yourself.
I get hope, inspiration, healing, hope for the future, and then I get the Tower. So, no hope for the future. I hope that's what you wanted because that's what you're about to get. The King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. This is actually a year for me too. So there's a lot. There's a lot that's coming out. There's also a woman here who I don't know if he was on a podcast, right? Did he have a female co-host? I wonder.
I don't know.
There's some woman here, but she's media derived. She comes from somewhere in the media or some podcast, not necessarily the news, but she's got a lot with the Hangman. She's got a lot that she can reveal. But yeah, there's a woman here again, and he's going to jail. So again, I hope that's what you wanted because that's what you're about to get.
I hope One-Eyed Stewie Rhodes is his soulmate.
They can get tunnels together.
Yeah.
I get that. This is, he's not going to be able to resolve this. Resolving the investigation or what he did, the work, it ends in ruin for him. There's something here about perhaps his entourage that he may talk about, perhaps to try to lessen his sentence. So he's going to sing. But his trial, he screwed himself big time. Big time.
He's so smart. Only the best people.
Because right here it's saying to resolve this, to work through it, there's no resolution anymore. It's done. So I mean, who are the lawyers for these people? Rudy Giuliani? Like the other lady, the crazy
Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken lady. I mean, who's giving these people legal advice?
Bugs Bunny at this point.
What, Bugs Bunny? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay. So,
can we ask,
Yeah.
What do his lawyers think now? What do Big Alaska's lawyers think now? Now that he's ruined his plea deal. Got in there and ran his mouth and he must have one of those 1-800 lawyers.
Groupon.
Margaret.
Starts with regret. That's not a good thing. I wonder when his birthday was. He a Gemini? I wonder.
I don't know, but I get his lawyers were surprised. It's like, dude, you talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was set up and you just like blocked it, killed it. And now you've burdened yourself and, you know, there's the devil sitting right there waiting for him. They feel like there's going to be more investigations and charges coming in for messing with the electoral votes. They think it changes everything. And I get they were like shock and awe because they had worked with him and gotten this agreement. So they're looking at him as being off balance and not understanding how, you know, like he thought that he was trying to manipulate the judge, but I get there's going to be a whistleblower on some work he did. So something with GOP people in secret. There's going to be something else that comes out in a further investigation. They're not happy.
I get first two cards, 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups. They want to walk away because they have regrets right now. The Star and the Knight of Cups and the 6 of Wands, all three of these are like celebrity cards for me. And the 6 of Pentacles being in your word of warning means you may have a giving out too much card, so you may overtalk, which means you talk too much. Because at this point, that's what they're worried about with the 9 of Swords, is that you don't know how to stop sharing. You don't know how to stop. I don't know if he has a Twitter and a Facebook and all these different type of things, but there's something about talking too much. And when you are on trial for anything, I don't care if it's still in bubblegum, let the lawyer talk and you hush. Unless somebody talks to you directly, they do the talking because that's what they went to school for, is because they know how to operate in this thing. You do not. But he cannot stop talking, which is why I wanted to know if he was a Gemini.
He's like Trump. Thank you, Beatrice.
Yes.
I get that this is going to lead to discovery, a creative achievement. There's power, opportunity to learn. So now that it's moving into a federal, I wonder if there's something else that leads to discovery, because it's almost like it ties back to power here. So,
does it say why? Just in those cards that it leads to discovery? Like, is there like a whistleblower, or does he do it, or a subpoena search or something,
or further investigation?
No, it's Moon, Anchor, Bear, Clover, and Book. So a creative achievement and a powerful opportunity to learn, to discover.
Because both of you kind of get that. You know, he might be tied up in something a little different now because there's something else that needs to be coming out. So can we ask, like, how involved is he in this thing, or was this just a stupid person?
He had a podcast where he could tell everybody, hey, January 6th, go, it'll be wild.
So what's the question, Johnny?
How involved was he? Did he like help organize, or was he just one of the stupid people as a bystander in the wrong place type of thing?
Okay.
Not the tourist. Was he one of them people?
Thank you, Marie. I sunk my own battleship.
He did. guess how involved was he? What did he do?
I'm getting that whistleblower again. I get he was involved, talking, communicating, messaging a group of people to try to throw the election from Biden through the big lie. And there's going to be a whistleblower on his involvement through an investigation. Strength and illumination. Thank you, Bam Bam. He will be put in further defense because I feel like he's got connections to the Trump administration and has for a while. Yeah, he had connections to somebody in the White House, I get. Yeah, he's screwed.
First card I get is 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. He is rooted with the small group here. The 5 of Swords, small group of bullies even. So there's like, he doesn't have like the Proud Boy and all that connection, but he's got a group of other Baked Alaskas, maybe Baked Alaska and Duck All Orange and all the people, they all got together.
Alaskan trout and Alaskan salmon. And
yeah. They all got together and, you know, they're the Sarah Palin boys or something. I don't know, but they all got together there. They do have a connection. There is a woman, though. I got again. And there's got the same woman, too. And the same 2 cards. So there might be 2 women, and one of them might be his mother, even, since I get the same 2 cards from the last time. That is not, and it's in his family. So, yeah, there's somebody in his family. And these may be his mother, and then somebody he's in a relationship with. They come out.
He's on mommy's phone plan.
It could be, because they have a financial connection too. So one of them also might be in trouble. And so,
I get the same thing, Johnny. Somebody in his family, the finances and the money.
Oh, you got both the finances.
Yeah. The business, the shopping, consulting, and then the financing. So he might, by being stupid, something in Discovery might come out where it links back to his family.
And now you're like your fish is that your personal money?
Yeah, this is money. It's consulting. It's independence, transactions. It's like the money you carry in your wallet. That would be
this one for me, and then your bear would be this one for me.
Yeah, there's something here about maybe his family funded, or maybe his family. There's something going on with his family, and so dumbass probably just threw his mom, his dad, his uncle, his step uncle, his uncle brother,
his cousin, sister,
and family under the bus.
His cousin sister is
his cousin sister. Oh my gosh. Oh dear Lord. Well, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that one, because that sounds scandalous and salacious, and I'm all here for it.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have another question. What?
It's like Baked Alaska is like a name I would give somebody. Because I can't remember your real name, and so I'm sorry. You were saying, I'm sorry.
So I guess I saw it on Twitter that DOJ is opening up a grand jury for Donald Trump taking classified documents to Mar-a-Lago. So it's a grand jury investigation as of when I saw that report, which was a few days ago. So I want to ask this in different ways, because I have so many questions around this one thing, because I was watching some of the legal correspondents on MSNBC that were saying that it will become problematic for Trump if people were telling him this is classified information, and he was like, fuck you, I'm taking it anyways.
Well, and all the classified documents, they have like certain seals on them, stamps on them. They're put in certain
but he doesn't
envelopes.
He doesn't read, and they're supposed to be kept in certain lockers, and not all classified material is clearly marked either. You have to look down the page and then it'll say. And we know he doesn't read, you know? So it's like, so they were saying that if they can prove that anybody from his administration told him this is classified, you cannot take it, and he took it anyways, then it puts him at risk. Or I believe the other part of it was that maybe they weren't looking and they were just throwing stuff into boxes, which then comes down to why was that classified material not properly stowed, you know, which opens up a whole nother can of worms. I mean, the whole
you bring it out for a meeting and then it goes back into a locker or whatever.
Yeah, you know, so it's like it just brings up a whole slew of questions. So I don't even know where to start, because there's like 5 or 6 different questions just on that that one.
So did Trump know they were classified documents?
Okay.
Because when he started his presidency, they said he's not going to read anything, especially if his name's not in it. Okay.
He should have enjoyed the Mueller report then.
On everything.
You know, I don't think this happened only when he moved out of the White House. I think this had been going on for a long time, that he was carrying stuff down to Mar-a-Lago. Manipulating, trying to move it away from Joe Biden, like he didn't want him to see. And I think there's stuff on Russia in there. But did he know? Yes.
I get yes. The 4 of Cups, though, would sort of suggest no. But then there's the Knight of Pentacles. It's like he may not know what's in it, but he know what it is, because it's already in front of you with the 4, with these 3 cups, so you know what they are. You just may not know exactly what it is, but you know what it is. You got the theme of what's happening here, because the Knight of Pentacles meant that this was happening over a period of time. So this was not like once he moved, like Jen said, that, oh, we're going to take a bunch of stuff. No, this was, because mind you, they had Russian spies in the White House within his first 100 days, remember? So
visiting down in Mar-a-Lago too, probably.
He was giving away classified information on fucking Twitter, you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
I got a question after this one.
Because
I pulled one card which told me yes, but then I pulled 2 more to make it a line of 3. It's saying yes, but, because that's a yes card, right? But then I kept going and I got that and that. He knew. Can they prove it? Because this right here says that he was confused and misunderstanding of what was in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like he knew, and maybe he thought he could just
play dumb, like I didn't know. Like he'll pull him, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't know. I don't recall.
But that kind of lines up with that 4 cups. Like, I know what you're doing, I just don't know what's in it. So, because you didn't read. I mean, he doesn't read anything except the Coke can, and that's four letters, and he got that.
Or the McDonald's menu. I mean,
that he can get.
You know,
he can't spell hamburger, but he can get it.
So can we ask? Will DOJ be able to prove that he knowingly removed classified information?
Thank you, Letitia.
I would say yes, but the determination would have to be there, and then I would say no. The Nine of Wands and the Hierophants pressure a lot of work in the government, so you need all kinds of sides to be on board with this, not just the DOJ, but the White House and the Congress too, because it's not a rule, but everybody's going to keep saying former president, former president. This is unprecedented. This is unprecedented. Okay, but this is also unprecedented that a person would take classified documents to his hotel. So it's like there is a lot of pressure mounted upon the government here. You need an ally in the White House in order to do so. There needs to be not that the president should be interfering in what the DOJ did. We just did that for 4 years. But at the same time, you need everybody on board. And you need one person that's going to say, I don't care what your position used to be. You broke the law, the end. So that's why I kind of it's possible. Here, Nine of Wands, Hierophant. It's possible. But the Six of Swords, High Priestess, it's unlikely. Because the proof is there. You just need somebody with the gumption and the goal to actually go at him. And that's kind of the part that I see as a problem.
What you got under that bed there, Mr. Trump? It's like he's going to regret it because I get, secret classified things that he's strapped with. They're going to wrap it up with a neat little bow is what I'm getting. And they're also going to look at communication about those documents. So that will change everything is what I'm getting, because there's a strong connection to America and a foreign leader with this. And that's just going to blow everything up for Trump here. So, and I do get he'll lie about it, and try to walk away from it. But I get, yes, he will end up. I think they're going to look into the details of like where he sent stuff. Because I think there's some stuff missing that they know is missing.
I get a no. I get that an assistant or an aide or someone younger, perhaps one of his children, is the one that gets the hack, not him. So this will fall on somebody else, not him. So
his track record, that's how it usually works.
An assistant, that could be a child if I want to write it that way. So maybe they'll pin it on Ivanka or somebody else, or maybe a younger assistant or a new assistant. They're the ones that get the hammer, not him.
Like Sniffy needed some rolling papers.
Yeah. Someone around him, but not him. But which is his MO. It's like at this point, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like seriously. I mean,
it's still just like, why do people still want to be in his presence? Everybody else gets in trouble, just not him.
Yeah.
Like I can't. No. If one of y'all, every time something horrible happened to everybody else around you, we can't hang out no more. I'm sorry.
No. Common sense would tell you it's only a matter of time before I end up locked up.
I mean, it's like, no, every time, people go to Jen's house,
they disappear.
Yeah, or Lucy scratches them in the face or something. So I'm going to go too? Like, well, no.
Lucy drops a dead mouse on your dinner.
When that one's alone, she can do that. That's her house. You sitting on her.
She's like, here's the appetizer.
I brought you something.
Oh, yeah. So Mark Esper has been making the rounds because he's selling a book. Go figure. And he has made some pretty interesting claims, I guess. So where do you guys want to start with Esper? I mean, because it's just, I'm so sick of these people. I am so happy that Ari Melber called out Michael Bolton with his mustache on his show, because Michael Bolton was over there saying all this stuff, and Ari Melber put him in his place. Like, you were subpoenaed and you snuffed the subpoena to go
do your book tour.
Now, and Michael Bolton, Mr. Mustache, had nothing to say to that, Well, so it's the same thing with Mark Esper and everybody else.
He tries to act like, well, if I didn't stay there and keep my mouth shut, it could have been worse. Like he would have put somebody else in.
Here's my thing. All of you get around the water cooler and say, he is the most dangerous person that has ever existed in this office. We all need to go out and say something. Replace him with one of us type thing. He's not one of you. He's not a real Republican. He's a grifter. That's what he does. He takes from everybody. But he's dangerous. He's stupid. Mitch McConnell wanted him because he was a good distraction so he can plant judges all around the country. But the rest of you hated him. Why didn't you get together and say something then instead of now? 4, 5, 6 years later. It's like
when you got a book deal. Speaking of books, I'm going to follow this up with a petty ass question. Get your petty bitch club cards out, people, because we're going there. So okay, first question on Mark Esper. He was known as Jesper. That was his nickname. They called him Jesper because everything Trump wanted, he did. Even though now he's feigning that, oh, I was one of the people that was trying to keep him, in check. No, you said yes to everything he did. So I guess I want to know, because we have a funny question about him at the end of the show. So I guess for Mark Esper, I don't know. Where do you guys want to go with that?
Well, we looked at last week at, the fact that he wanted to bomb Mexico, because of drug cartels and stuff. Yeah.
And as if nobody would find out that it was us that bombed Mexico.
Yeah.
Like wanting to nuke a hurricane, bomb Mexico.
A secret bomb. Fly over with the bomb with it and write Walmart on the side of it. They'll never know who it was.
I mean, bombing drug cartels. Oh my God. I mean, Don Jr. should have been stopping him.
Oh my gosh. So
that's probably why they didn't.
So I don't know. What should we ask about Mark Esper before we get to the real petty question? But that one's for the.
Is he going to get drawn into anything? Into any investigations?
Mark Esper going to get drawn into any investigations?
Yeah, it's kind of like like Trump. They think, oh, well, if I tell the truth about stuff, that gets me off. I mean, that's what Trump does. He tells on himself and then tries to diffuse it that way by.
Yeah, but you know what pisses me off? Nobody has the goddamn balls to nail him to the wall at this point. I mean,
but everybody behind the scenes, oh, he's a horrible person. Lindsey Graham, he's a horrible person. But then you went and you kissed his behind, played golf with him, ate at his hotel, all this type of stuff.
I mean, Lindsey on Friday, they're playing the video clips of him saying that Biden would be good for the country. He'd bring us back together and blah 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 blah. And on Sunday morning, he's spouting that Biden's the worst president ever. All this crap.
Yeah,
they just talk out of both sides of their mouths.
I get show up for an interview.
He will show up for an interview.
He's going to have to go to an interview about power and finances or something that he's going to have to go visit. He's going to have to show up. So this is power. This is finance. What was Esper in charge of?
Defense. He was in defense, wasn't he?
Defense. So yeah, it's like he's gonna get called in. He's gonna have to go talk to somebody. So
yeah, there is something around details. They need 7 of Cups. They need to pinpoint something or pin something down. The Knight of Wands would be that going to visit, like the writer. So it's relocation for me. So it's somewhere he doesn't live. So I don't know if he lives elsewhere and has to go back to DC or whatever the case may be. But there's the Sun as well. So yeah, he's got to go in and talk. And then I get the Queen of Swords and Justice. So yes, you do have a court date.
You know what? I'm wondering, based on those cards, and I'm sorry, I'm not good with tarot. And based on my cards, I'm wondering if there's going to be a hearing or something about finances because it's finances that were supposed to be delivered. So I'm wondering if it has anything to do with like Ukraine or anything like that, maybe.
That could be, or maybe selling arms or something. Because he's going to get, he's in a network of something. He thinks it's all done and complete, but everything's changing. Yes, he will have to go talk. someone's going to move in on him. And I get it, some like the house, Nancy in the house, like somebody's going to move in. Steady money, trying to figure out like where it went. Things about the insurrection also I'm getting. So he may be talking to several committees because he's got some details that they want. So and
was he there during the riots? Was he in the administration?
I don't know. I think he left before the riots, if I remember right.
Because they're saying in the chat too, misappropriated funds for the border wall and all this other. But I don't. That whole administration was a revolving door, so I can't keep track of anybody.
Something about security around that riot too. Like that may be why like he bailed out. Like because they knew the day after election day that something was going to happen. That was
because my Knight of Wands is also my military card, and so it's. I don't know if aid was supposed to be sent to like the wall, or they did he had something to do with the National Guard not being in place, or I don't know. There's something military there too. Could be money too. I don't know.
Yeah. So can I ask a real dumb, evil, petty question? Because I just love being petty, and I very much hate and despise and loathe this individual person. There you go, Donnie. I'm gonna have to send you some double horns too, honey. I have to send you some double horns too. Meghan McCain has been getting dragged by her beach blonde, platinum blonde hair. Like, people are dragging her ass because I guess she wrote a book and she's only sold like 240 something copies of it. I mean,
well, she got into a pissing match with what's his name,
Steve Schmidt, and he has been torching her ass all over Twitter, saying what a horrible person she is, what a spoiled brat, how he's the only one that's ever talked to her like an adult. Like
how he tried to tell her dad, John McCain, what a mistake it was to drag the nut job Sarah Palin in.
Yeah, and even he was saying Steve Schmidt was saying even how disappointed his father and her mother are in her. Like, I guess one of the quotes from Meghan McCain's mom was like, "Well, I raised really good boys," meaning my mom, And there was something else he said that John McCain had said about Meghan. Like, everybody knows that she is just a horrible human being. Horrible.
She's like she has no home training whatsoever.
Nope. Dude, it was so glorious. I was like all over Twitter just following the whole thing. So I want to know, does she get it now? Does she get it what a horrible person she is? Like, I mean, that's got to say something. You write a book, you only sold 240 copies. You start getting pissy, and all of Twitter comes down on your freaking head. Like, the whole Twitterverse came down on your head because you only have 240 friends. 240 friends that wanted to buy your book.
She used to commentate on Fox News, but I think her appearance on The View really did her in.
She was horrible.
It's because everybody got to see on this international television show, you show your whole ass. And it's like, why is she talking to them people like that?
I'm surprised there wasn't a cat fight on The View with just how nasty she was to everybody, to Joy, to Whoopi. I was waiting for Whoopi to just like whoop her ass. Because I mean, she's just so disrespectful, so just nasty to people,
Whoopi likes Meghan. She does understand her on a different kind of level. They know each other backstage and all that type of thing because Whoopi also knew John McCain, and she knows the family and all that. But she did try to correct her from time to time. But I'm petty, okay? And the way they did it ain't the way I would have done it, so I can't.
But there was a few times where I saw Whoopi like verbally whooping up on Meghan McCain, especially the way that she would talk to Joy. And what's the other lady's name? The other black lady on the show?
Sunny.
Sunny. How she would just be so freaking nasty to Sunny. It's like
She tried. Sunny ain't the one to mess with, though.
I get, she's got that luxury lifestyle and strength, and she feels bullied and everything. But her lifestyle, she's like Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. I'll throw them some cake, kind of thing. She walks away from unfinished work. So she's just naive. She clings to her naivete. She tries to cling to her power. She moves on to the next thing, looks at something, else, and has she learned? I get in time she will, but it's going to be a while.
Yeah. Tarot Newbie saying, didn't Whoopi call her a little girl one time?
I mean, I guess it's cleaner than bitch. So I mean, there you go. That's
I would have called her the CUNT word on repeat, like, because she earned it. She freaking earned it.
I get no. Kind of. The 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, there's more of a sadness, and she's blaming a group of men. So I don't know if these are the publishers and all that type of thing, the menagerie behind the book. I think she's just blaming it on somebody else that it didn't reach worldwide superstardom like it was supposed to.
Damn, I asked the wrong question. I asked, how does she feel? I asked the wrong question.
I have a follow-up, though.
I get that she's heading into depression.
Yeah, that's
she's heading into depression. Maybe it was the slap upside the head from the universe that she needed that was like, hey, you're going to go be nasty and have this, affluenza. What's the follow-up question, Johnny?
What happened?
What happened?
Why did she only sell 300 books? What happened?
Why did she not sell more books? Okay.
Even Don Jr. sold more.
Well, Don Jr., the RNC bought all his.
You've got Trump, who has the whole base thinking that her dad, I like soldiers that weren't captured, looking at him as an utter failure and stuff.
But don't you got at least 300 friends? You've been in media since you were 5. It's like, But
Johnny, she's such a bitch to everybody. Even, can you imagine if she treated Whoopi Goldberg and Tony and Joy and everybody else like that on the show? Can you imagine how she treated the makeup people, the hair
off
people,
camera,
the people off camera, the producers? And from what Steve Schmidt was saying was that she just treated everybody that was the help like total shit,
Entitled. It's because she ain't lost nothing but her father. She ain't lost fortune. She ain't lost a house. She ain't lost a car. She ain't lost a job. She don't appreciate nothing because it's been handed to her.
Yes, she's very naive about work because she never really had to work when she was younger, where the rest of us would be out bussing tables or whatever. She likes to play the victim. I'm bullied, like it happens over and over again. Something happened with the publisher too. Like the message that they put out about it. So the marketing, the message about it, it's not marketed right. And a lot of Republicans have turned their backs on her. So it's not going to do anything.
There's also an aspect to her husband as a criminal too, but that's a whole nother.
I get the same thing. I get the same. What did you get, Johnny?
Well, I didn't get that, but that was in the news actually.
Because
her husband and her husband's father, so her father-in-law, are both criminals.
Ring, man, woman, her relationship to a man that she's committed to, and the gossip and news that's spreading about that. So I asked, why is she not selling more books? It looks like it's something to do with her marriage and something that her husband is linked to, and gossip around that got out or that's getting out.
Mm-hmm. I got you can I'll read this the right way and then I'll read this the wrong way. There is the Page of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords, so there's something around contracts or something that's thievery. There's some thievery around contracts, money, possessions, that type of thing. Or you can go the MSNBC Rachel Maddow way, where we buy one book and we share it amongst everybody. So it's kind of like, you really didn't need to sell that many. What did she say? She has no real substance to her. She didn't have some big long life of accomplishments. What does she got to say? It's
She
like,
doesn't even have an ideology.
no, I mean, I'd rather read the book from your nail stylist than you. So it's, but here over time, it was sort of a quick shot. There was not a lot of money spent on promotion either.
Yeah.
There's something that happened real quick and it was done because there's some sort of thing about the future or the exposure of it, because I get the sun and the star. That was a conflict. So the publisher didn't put much behind it. They didn't do a lot of promotion. I didn't see her on The View. She may have been and tried to come promote the book. Hell, they even let Star Jones come back and promote her book. So, but again, I think people liked her father, not her. So you can't really, if she can carry the McCain, hell, she can be Jesus Christ or McCain Christ and still
But
don't
you
like her.
tried got crushed forever. My father, my father,
Yeah, my father.
and everybody hated your ass. Shut up and sit down.
I have a confession to make when it comes to bookstores, and y'all could try this too. Like when Rachel Maddow's book came out, I made sure like it got moved like front and center, like people could see it, But if there's like a Republican book that comes out, I have a tendency to go and pick one up and then
hide it.
go way back in the back and drop it behind other books and come back and get it, because I'm always carrying books around I'm going to buy. So nobody notices if I pick one up and I carry it to the back and I drop it behind.
Put it in the little kids section.
Stick it back behind there and everything until the whole stack's got it. I love messing with books.
Lord.
Talking, since we're being petty, and
Because I'm petty.
yeah, petty.
I'm a petty bookseller.
Here's another cat fight. Melania Trump has been pissed because Jill Biden got the cover of Vogue.
Because she's a real woman, lady.
She got the cover of Vogue, and I forget what, I should have screenshotted it, but my phone's over there. That Melania Trump had something real catty to say, like, I'm not interested, I don't care, like that. Jill Biden, got the cover of Vogue and she didn't. So can we ask how Melania really feels about Jill getting the cover of Vogue?
You'd care if they asked you. It's like on the old dusty men when you turn them down. Well, you ugly anyway. I'm sure I am.
Nobody. I don't really care. Do you? I don't really care. Do you, Melania?
Wait, how are we asking the question?
How does Melania feel about Jill Biden being on the cover of Vogue? How does Jill? Okay.
Everybody's laughing at me hiding books in a bookstore. just the trash books.
She's very burdened. The 10 of Wands. She's filled weighed down. The 3 of Wands and the Magician, though, and the Ace of Wands in the World suggest to me that she is about to appear on the cover of something she asked to appear on the cover of, just so she can say, "Oh, look, I can do magazines too." So she is going to try to copycat. But she is very jealous, because why wouldn't you be? Because she likes attention.
She's pissed and jealous that she's not she's not in the public. She's not popular.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your popularity, your anger, and your jealousy. So she's lying about I don't care.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested. Bitch, you jealous. You jealous.
Yeah, she's very conflicted. I get like she regrets that she supported Republicans because they caused her to not get cover of Vogue or something.
Her husband caused her not to get the cover.
She's pea green with envy. She's envious. She's like trying to figure out what sneaky thing happened to get this collaboration going. Like she thinks there might have been a payoff to get her on the cover or something. She's being.
I have a suggestion, though. We can all get together, change.com or change.org, whatever it's called. Get her on a magazine. She can be on HGTV Like this is what manure looks like for the season, and then put her on the cover. There you go.
Can we?
Well, she's
can we
been
ask-
in magazine. They just were porn magazine.
exactly. So, can I ask a follow-up question? Does Melania realize that Vogue is not an escort magazine? Because I'm petty and I gotta go there. I'm sorry.
Which is so okay. Jet Deck chooses to read him. This is not.
Is that how she met Trump? He picked up an escort magazine.
It's okay. The the reading would suggest yes, she knows that, but the card would suggest no, she doesn't. Not only is it a question mark, but it's upside down.
Oh my God, we're all going to
All these cards, Jesus.
Plucky Heroine, thank you for your Petty Boots Reheal and Polish Fund donation.
Let's see. Does she realize Vogue is not an escort magazine? No, she doesn't. She's just. I can't. Oh no!
Oh.
I can't do this. No, she's never read the magazine, so she doesn't know.
She doesn't know. She thinks it's like something for romance, for romantic connections. She's like, she doesn't understand.
She doesn't dress herself. She doesn't know what Vogue means. You mean Madonna? No, I don't mean Madonna. Oh, Jesus.
We're all going to hell. I'm driving the bus, y'all. I'm in charge.
That ain't my mama. That's what.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, you gonna get the cover of Playboy? Is Melania gonna get the cover of Playboy? I mean, since we're being petty.
Is there a hell no card in here?
Is she gonna get the cover of Playboy?
It's hard to film plastic.
No, she's not even gonna get that.
Page of Swords. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. No. Development of news and enthusiasm and development of information and contracts. No.
I get a no also.
Nope.
I got no, but then I pulled two more. Her pictures and her celebrity are already all over the internet. So it's like nobody wants to pay you when you're all naked all over the internet anyways.
I mean.
I do think she's going to get an invitation from somewhere, but it's like an overseas mag.
Hustler magazine.
Something overseas. Yeah, whatever's in Saudi Arabia probably, or Russia.
Oh my God.
That's what I got in the first reading because she's
Who
jealous
asked me
and she wants to
on
be.
the cover of Vodka Today.
Naked in my birthday suit. Oh God.
Oh God.
Okay, that was enough petty. That was, I mean,
It's never enough, Betty.
I know.
I don't even know any Russian magazines. Vodka Today, that'd be a good one.
Oh, gosh. Oh, this I can't. Okay, so moving on to her husband. I guess the appraisal firm has been subpoenaed. And I guess the appraisal firm doesn't want to comply. Will the appraisal firm be forced to comply?
Oh, in the New York case?
Yeah.
I missed that one this week.
That's the Schumer and somebody, whatever their name is. It's one of them double name type things.
I can't. My stomach hurts from all the laughing.
Nature's workout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What?
Oh, Lord. My phone is here. It just went off to get somebody text me or whatever. And our thumbnail already is you laughing at me sliding out the chairs. We're going to hell, and that's all right.
So I get that the Frasers, they work together. They were under contract, and there's sneaky thieving stuff that they're going to get trapped in, and murky things that they did on the books. I do get someone, a judge will like take an action or something, because they are going to end up getting pushed into court and justice, or pushed into talking. So I'm getting like a higher up and a man underneath him. So it may take a little while though. They're gonna try to cover their tracks. So
I get 5 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So yes, they are trying to withhold, because these in particular people, I think we read on them before, they feel as though they are being not abused, harassed, thank you, by Letitia James, because they have cooperated in the past, but she wants more info. But I do get eventually, yes, 2 of Cups and the Lovers, so they will eventually come around, but they are trying to withhold and stand their ground. It's not going to work, though, because the investigation goes on.
Thank you, Shelby.
I get a yes as well. There's a man here in the middle, so I don't know who that is. I don't know if this is in reference to Donald Trump. There might be an organizational chart here with a man. They're going to have to comply eventually, but this person may be a little bit stubborn and digging in their heels. But yes, it will happen. They will be having to comply. So that was a fun one. Let me see what else. What else we got? Let's see. Okay, on to the asshole, Elon Musk. And I'm sorry, I don't like that son of a bitch. He's like an evil Tony Stark. Elon Musk, there's been this whole thing where he's buying Twitter, he's not buying Twitter. The stocks are going up, the stocks are going down. Is he going to be? Is he going to end up purchasing Twitter?
It looks like it goes forward and then surprise turn. No. Like it looks like it's doing something, and then because you've got the Page of Cups, surprise, but then there's the burden. So no, ends in the Queen of Swords. There might be a lawsuit or something over it, or there's some spokeswoman or something, but no.
Same thing. Uncertain. No.
I think he will.
I get that he was doing it for his own narcissism.
Clout.
Yeah, I get it. Like it was a manipulation, like him saying like, oh, I'm gonna give Trump his Twitter account back and all that crap. I get he's trying to get the price down, like, so he's messing with the stock. Thank you, beautiful girl. I get yes, the money and the Sun card. I get yes, something on the internet. He's working on it, but I think he's trying to get the cost down, and I end with yes and victory. So, but he's messing with it. He's been trying to manipulate it.
They're saying in the chat, from what I can see here on StreamYard, which the chat is delayed and I don't see all of them. They were saying that they're looking into him because they're saying that he's manipulating the stock just because of the person that he is, and which he drove down the stock of Tesla by billions of dollars. So they're saying that the FEC is looking into him.
Yeah, and then doing buybacks and stuff. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
and the shareholders are suing him. So I don't know. I got no. Jenny got yes. Johnny got a. What did you get, Johnny?
I get no. Actually, the our practice class read on this too. When we do the practice readings on Friday or whatever day, and they got all pretty much that it could, because I think everybody just about got the Two of Swords. Like, he wants something both ways. He wants it, but he doesn't want it for what it is. So just kind of like Jen said, he wants the price to come down, or he wants some absolute power or something, but there's a wrench in the system to where he can't get what he wants. And so he may walk away or try to find some creative way to walk away. Something's troubled. It's not what he wants exactly, because he's trying to be duplicitous about it. So
yeah, he's an evil son of a bitch. I don't like him one bit. So Donald Trump is over there saying, I don't need to go on Twitter. Fuck you. We all know that if Elon Musk bought it tomorrow, your ass would be the first person on there.
I mean,
your platform is tanking. Okay. Okay. So can we ask, will Donald Trump be back on Twitter?
Okay.
He's trying to play it like, come on now. Come on.
I want to ask a different question. I'm going to ask a different question.
Okay.
I get no.
What'd you get, Jenny? Share. Please do share, my love.
Because I get he's having to defend himself from all the murky lies and everything that he said when he had his celebrity status and everything. But I get he might try to buy his way in or something, but I get the government sends a message to him, like when hell freezes over, or when you're dead, we might give you an account. That'll change everything. But he would die before he got his Twitter account, because these are all transitioning cards. He would die before he got it back.
His Twitter would be his presidential library, because he's too damn cheap to... Stupid son. No. What'd you get, Johnny?
So I asked if he were invited back to, since he doesn't care, if he invited back to Twitter, would he go? And then first card is death, and then 10 of cups. So huge 360 change, and then absolutely he would. And Page of Pentacles, that would be his telephone, and it's a party place. 3 of cups, he would absolutely 1000% go back. I mean, if they just intimated that, hey, you can come back to Twitter, he'd cream his pants. So it's like,
oh yeah,
he'd go back.
He'd have a boner with his 1 millimeter size dick would be burning so hard. So
I think he's literally dying to get back on Twitter.
He would love it.
That's what my cards are showing.
It's funny that you say that, because I got the first card, birds. I asked, will he come back on Twitter? Birds, there's my Twitter. Tweet. No, because he lies. And then he'll be dead before he gets back on Twitter with cops. So I guess that means Elon Musk is not going to be buying Twitter, and Trump isn't going to be back on Twitter. I asked if he would go back on Twitter, because Elon Musk has been saying that when he buys Twitter, that he's going to let Trump back on, So, yeah.
I think Elon Musk might learn the hard way that the government can...
He's such a piece of shit. Did you see that fight he was getting into with what's her name? the blonde senator, Elizabeth Warren, you know, and she called him out. She's like, oh, that's funny. The world's biggest freeloader is crying about, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I can't with that guy. He's such a piece of shit. So here's a question from the community page. Will any Republicans resign before midterms?
Because of either stuff coming out from the January 6th committee or other scandals or anything.
So,
Yes. I get a female and a male vote. Or could be because of legal issues. I get Biden and Pelosi are quite victorious, but I get Republicans, yes, before the elections, especially this man, he's done. He's toast, going away. Bye-bye. But I feel like there's at least two for doing sneaky stuff and thievery stuff that'll resign.
I guess some state people, like state senators and things like that, so around the country you're going to hear about, oh, such and such resigned, but it's like a state position and not federal.
Some of the fake electors.
Probably.
yeah.
But there is one guy who is deep in the sneaky stuff with the Seven of Swords and the Devil, because I get a yes on him. So I don't know if he's prominent as in a household name type thing, but yeah. Well, at the very least, he does speak about not being there in the future. He has future endeavored himself, and so there's other plans for him. So he's moving on because the investigation is getting too close. So it's like, I won't run again, but we'll see how that develops.
Yeah, I just asked in general, will some Republicans resign before the midterms? So that means that it encompasses everybody, all the way down from state, local elections, like people that are running school boards, mayors, stuff like that, all the way up. I get yes. There's a chance that a few of them will not be seeking re-election. I don't get resignation, but maybe will not be seeking re-election. Like they just, you know, something happens and they just skedaddle. So that doesn't mean it's going to be anybody prominent currently in the House of Representatives or in the Senate. So don't be getting your hopes up, you know, because this is also saying hope, you're hoping. And then it was storks and then moon. So don't get your hopes up that this is going to be something prominent, a very famous person. But it's saying yes, you know, so maybe it's people local, smaller people that we don't, or like Jenny was saying, maybe some of the fake electors, you know.
Yeah.
So let me see, what other questions do we have?
I was focusing on federal Congress. I'm going to say two in federal.
I was focusing on overall everybody. So, so Donald Trump had to sell his Washington, D.C. hotel, and his name was removed and all that other stuff. He made money, but how does he feel about the sale of his Trump D.C. hotel? How does Trump feel about the sale of his Trump D.C. hotel?
Where will he put all his foreign people when they come to visit if he was going to run again? He's not going to run again. He's just grifting off everybody.
Eek. King of Swords, there he is. Highly emotional. Or there's a new emotion, actually. One he hasn't felt in a while. One that's kind of new into his situation. It's a bit of apathetic. Like stuck in a gray place is what I'm getting. Because I got the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords. There's something wrong in the mentality. He feels pressured as well. Like it's becoming a bit, it's okay if you have like 10 cups and then one falls over, not a big deal. 4 fall over, you got 6 left, but it's like, is this a trend? Is something happening? Should I pay more attention? Why do I keep losing? Even though you still have a majority of what you had before, you do feel the pressure, and this is not the end though. He is going to continue to lose fortunes and things over time. So this mentality is going to get worse. So he may swing into I won't call it a depression. What would you? Well, I guess you can call it that as an umbrella term. But there's more of a there's a loss of identity because he's losing his things that he identifies himself with. He doesn't have a true identity because of the childhood trauma. He's got more of a I'm rich. The person you see on TV is the person I want to be. And so he's losing that little by little. And so he's, I guess, becoming himself that he doesn't know. However you want to phrase it.
I get he really needed the money, though. It's like, the family wealth, like victory on that, because they were getting quite burdened with all the investigations and court charges. But he's going to do what he always does, return to doing what he always does, which is losing it because he's a loser, so he won't hang on to the money.
I get the storks, the stork's garden and child. I think it's hurting him because his increased popularity is small, if that makes sense. So he's not as big and grand as popular and fantastical and, I hung the moon. His increasing popularity is small.
He's becoming less and less significant.
Yeah.
He's got to see it as rallies. His crowd size is just smaller and smaller and smaller.
His popularity, even though it's not my saying that it's diminishing, but his popularity is small.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would make him feel.
Among other things with him are small.
Yeah, his 1 millimeter dick, and that's generous. It's probably half a millimeter, but according to Stormy Daniels. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's feeling a bit childish about it too.
Yeah.
Or it's triggering something about how he used to feel when he was a child, because it's like his popularity, when he wants to be popular, he wants everybody to see him on this big world stage, and it's small and childish, so there you go. That's what I'm getting. What did you get, Jenny? Because I had it on mute because I was shuffling.
Just that he's gonna it was good money and he needed the money, but he's gonna lose it. He can't hang on to money. It just
well, I mean, okay, so let's ask this, because as of right now, the RNC is still paying all his goddamn legal shit and his kids' legal problems. So they're paying for him and Junior and God knows who else. Is the RNC going to keep paying Trump's legal bills?
Thank you, Letitia.
Yeah, until somebody else comes in that they have to support.
I get no, and no. But I get if he decides to take on Biden in the presidential run for the White House, that would totally be the end of it. Like he's not going to run. Because I get no, he's a burden, no. Every no car I could pull. So as long as he acts like he's going to run, they'll keep paying him. But as soon as he announces, no, I'm not going to run because he knows he can't win.
I mean, by all means, keep paying his legal bills and depleting your funds to where you can't fund any Republicans anywhere on the board. By all means, go ahead. And the Russian ruble is worth less than a fucking penny at this point. So please go ahead. But what did you get, Johnny?
I got the 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, yes, until somebody else that needs support comes along. So once they get a candidate, which probably is not him, then I get the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. So then they separate to move on.
I get that they're going to cut him off. Cutting off the reliability to his family and his properties. They're going to cut him off. When that happens, I don't know. This card is number 10. So, and I didn't ask for time. So this would be October, fall. I don't know. I didn't ask for time, but it's saying that they're going to cut him off.
Think you should. He's got to announce by what, December or January if he's going to run. So can we ask, like, will he run?
Okay.
I think when he knows that he's going to lose again, like when he sees polls, I think he won't even put his name in the hat.
He's already putting it out there that dropping little hints that he may not because of his health.
Yes.
His health. Not because I'm a sore fucking loser in the entire planet.
If my health allows.
People on Mars hate my ass. No, it's because my health.
My health to get holds up. Meanwhile, I'm stronger than Joe Biden, but my health.
Let me just say it because I'm the devil. The day that son of a bitch dies, I hope the cameras are on him so I can watch it, record it, and play it on repeat. For all the evil stuff that man has done in his life, all the evil stuff that he's done, I hope it's painful and slow, not something quick like a stroke. No, because that's too fast.
They better have a spittoon by his casket because everybody's going to be spitting on him.
Yeah. I hope it's like ass cancer or something horrible like that, like
I get the Fool and the Page of Swords, so there's the Fool and the lying. And then the White House and the 5 of Pentacles. So no, I don't get he runs. Runs his mouth, but that's about it.
I'm gonna just stop right there. That's a hell no. That's a hell no. No.
I got the White House on the bottom and I got a big no. It's like he'll hang on to the manipulations, the grifting for money, any which way that he can shift stuff, and he'll power play, but no.
I have a question, a follow-up question. I guess. Yeah, I guess. So for 5 years now, 6 years, I lost goddamn count, that the GOP has been bowing at his feet, kissing his orange ass, walking away with orange on their face like they just stuck their head in a bag of Cheetos, and he's left them holding the bag with a completely fractured Republican Party, a maniacal base. Any good reasoning Republican has left the party or will not vote. So,
which is they say is only about 20% of Republicans.
Yeah, which is only
in that
about
maniacal base.
20%. So, what is the Republican Party going to do? How can I word this? What are they going to do when they can't get the voters because they're not Trump? Like, the people that are sane have left the party. They've left the party and they've infiltrated the Democratic Party, trying to turn the Democratic Party into what the party of Reagan used to be. All the Steve Schmitz and all those, Republicans have infiltrated the Democratic Party. And now they're trying to change the Democratic Party to become what the Republican Party used to be. And all that's left of the Republican Party is the crazies. So I guess my question is, what is the Republican Party going to do after when they no
After
longer have
midterms.
Yeah. Exactly, Sidalicious. He is the maggot king, the king of maggots.
Strategize. But, okay, so the Hangman is the first card. There is a change in perspective, and the environment is the Seven of Swords, so there's a strategy there, possibly cheating too, of course. But it's more of a strategy because they're getting together with people who have who claim to have insights into how you can accomplish your goal, type of thing. However, this is not just a Donald Trump problem, even though he does present. His base is there. They mobilize. Yes, they do vote and blah, 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 but they're not a significant enough part of Republican influence, not necessarily votes, just influence, because we know they cheat. The problem is time is also fighting this in particular base. They are fighting the Republicans. As time goes on, they show themselves to be more and more too radical for the majority of the country. Roe v. Wade was a horrible thing to do before the midterms. So this is not spelling well over time because the pressure is mounting upon who you really are. You can't keep attacking women. You can't keep attacking gays. You can't keep attacking Latinos and blacks and poor people. And that's becoming more and more evident because now you do it overtly. And so I think their larger problem, not that this was part of the question, but there it is. The larger problem is your ideals that you stand on, not even necessarily Donald Trump. You just can't win in a country that's majority progressive. The progressive part of the country now has to fight with the moderate Democrat, not necessarily the Republican. They're a dying breed. So we'll see.
I get they'll do whatever their donors want them to do. You know, if they have to steal from Biden, you know, anything that they can do to be sneaky and treacherous and everything, even though they're pretty much done, they do have a lot of anxiety. But I get they'll like start working with a new leader, so there'll be new leadership coming in. Over time, all the lies are going to get illuminated. And I think when that happens, and I'm talking years out here, when all the lies get illuminated, you may start to see some of them working across the aisle more to try to save face. You know, like, oh, look, we do know how government's supposed to work.
So here's a tip, guys. Get out your booty dolls and put Mitch McConnell's name on it and start stabbing the shit out of it, okay? Because that one right there is the one that wields all the freaking power in D.C. So you have my permission. Get the voodoo dolls. I get that they're going to become more overpowering and overbearing. An abundance of lies for power to become very energized and grow. So overbearing. So they'll go even more extreme on the authoritarian aspect. Because
it's probably kind of like what is going on in France with that lady that lost the election. You know, they kept growing and growing that far right extremism.
Yeah, and look at like Ron DeSantis. You know, like and what's the other Hot Wheels in Texas? It's more power, more overbearing, more control, more. If you look at the bear, all the negative cards in the Lenny fall under clubs. Even the ring falls under the clubs. Okay, those are the negative cards in the Lennies. This is the 10 of clubs. And the reason for that is because, yes, this means power, it means finance, but it comes with a serious side of envy. But because it's such an overbearing, overpowering, it can choke you because it's so big, you know? So it's not, this is not a good card, you know, traditionally speaking. So anyways, we're going to end the show with one petty ass question. And that was about Mark Esper. Jenny, take it away.
So according to us, Trump thought China was shooting hurricanes at us, at the U.S. So apparently they have a Sharpie gun that shoots out, you know, I gotta know, does he really believe
There was
that they had this capability, or is
there was a movie that was made years ago. I don't remember the name of the movie, where the government was manipulating weather and causing.
But they're not shooting anything except hurricanes at us. They're just shooting hurricanes. So, I mean, this is the man that used a Sharpie to draw in, the hurricane's going to hit this area. So does he really believe it, or is that was true, or
So
is he just so stupid he's going to say something to be fantastical, even though it makes him sound like a freaking idiot?
So did Trump really believe China was using a gun to shoot hurricanes at the U.S.?
Yeah, that they had the ability to shoot hurricanes at us.
So who's doing it on Jupiter? There's a cyclone on Jupiter that's been going for like 400 years. Who shot that one?
400 years, billions of years, Johnny.
Who shot that one? Wait.
The Jewish space lasers. Oh, dear God. So, does he really believe China was shooting us with hurricanes? I got a yes. Because there was multiple things that he may have read that made him believe it. I got letter. So this would be anything written, document, test results, which is hard to believe because a dumbass doesn't read. So maybe he read it somewhere online or something.
He saw a PowerPoint.
Yeah, a couple of reports or something that were given to him. Probably by a conspiracy theorist, he surrounded himself with idiots,
He saw a cartoon or something.
Ay.
I get there's a woman who manipulated and lied to him.
Probably
he believed it because there's the Queen of Cups. There's some woman here. She tends to be a little more on the emotional side. She may also be very, very, very prone to conspiracy theory, because there's the 8 of Wands, your communication, and the 7 of Swords, your sneaky communication. So your lies and your propaganda and your conspiracies. 4 of Swords and the Knight of Cups. He would believe this person telling him the water's all of a sudden dry today instead of wet like it's been for... He was the president, y'all.
He had the nuclear codes. He wanted to drop nukes into hurricanes. I get there's a woman involved too, a very emotional woman too. It's like there's an imbalance in the world from her viewpoint, and it's a choice that he makes to believe it. So he does believe it, naive as it is, but he consults people, and he's got a different perspective about it, and I think he does believe it.
Jesus.
A hurricane gun. Why not a hurricane cannon or a hurricane satellite, even a hurricane gun?
To go with the Jewish space lasers that are causing fires in California, when all we have to do is go sweep the forest and it'll be fine.
This is why his kids are stupid too. This is ridiculous. What is
imagine having to grow up listening to a dad that stupid?
Even his teacher said he was the stupidest son of a bitch he's ever had. The words of his teacher, the stupidest son of a bitch I've ever had. I mean, I'm surprised he knows the alphabet, you guys. I am. And here's another question I have. I know it's petty. I wonder if, because he's so stupid and he doesn't read, I wonder if he actually, back when he had Twitter, if he tweeted his own tweets or if he dictated it to someone to tweet it for him, because he's so stupid. I'm wondering if he even knows how to read.
There was his name was Michael something. He used to do his tweets for him. Now the ones that he probably did was the confetti ones, and
yeah.
He did those.
There's some he did.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Well, that's it, guys. That's the whole show. We're done. Thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for the super chats and hanging out tonight. That's really appreciated. Jenny is going to be in Sedona, so if you email her or book an appointment. It will not be available until she gets back.
Yeah, you can book it, just won't get approved in the system until I get back.
Yep,
Lucy can't type.
because Lucy can't type. Exactly. And Johnny will be. What are you doing again, Johnny?
I'm live Friday on Tony's channel, and we're live next week on my channel. We'll have the wonderful Lori from The Way of Positive Changes with us. And then Tuesday we'll be live, or next Tuesday on the 24th, we'll be live on my birthday for 7:00 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. And I'll try to go live this week with more grand tableaus. Knock on wood, the demons down there don't start causing a ruckus, because I swear I'm 2 minutes away from burning their house down. So that's all I got.
Just wear your little devil horns outside to go get your mail one day.
I know. Well, they're behind me, so they won't see me if I go out to get the mail.
Like, oop, I just dropped these matches in this gasoline. This gasoline, these matches. It's like,
which sucks because their house is like behind me, so which means I would probably end up burning up my own house. Damn it. Oh, Lord. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. And we shall see you again next time.
Bye, everybody.